What up and welcome to the Beneath the Dirt podcast. I'm your host, Rombone. Thank you for tuning in. Episode 222 in the high. What's good, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. Hope everybody's staying safe out there. All that good shit, man. We here, we live, in effect. Beneath the Dirt, you know what I'm saying. How y'all doing, man? Yeah, we here, we fucking live, and we got shit to talk about all fucking day long, motherfucker. They call me the king. They call me the king with a big wheel of cat pillar. They don't, but they do. Anyway, let's get it. Stop fucking dicking around. Let's get right into it. Now, if you ain't fucking seen by now from my social media pages or the Fago Lovers YouTube channel, I don't know what the fuck you need to do, but wake the fuck up. Brand new series out right now. The Versus series. Me and the homie Joker's Gallery are going to be doing this every week, every Sunday. New episodes. ICP's discography versus Twiztid's discography. He's lined it up. It's 16 matchups. And we've fucking dropped the new one yesterday. We dropped the very first one. Fuck the new one. The fucking debut episode yesterday. I've said it before on podcast. Who has the better discography? ICP or Twiztid? We're about to find out. So go peep that on the Fago Lovers YouTube channel. The first episode, of course, is the first albums. You know, we're going in chronological order here. From the first to the most current album. So it's Carnival of Carnage versus the OG Most Tasteless, going head to head. And it was fun, man. I'm looking forward to doing this series. So yeah, so people that wanted me to do more content and a second show a week, you finally got it. You got what you wanted. It ain't going to be here on the Beneath the Dirt channel or podcast apps. It'll be up on the Fago Lovers YouTube channel. I believe he uploads, he might be uploading it to Spotify. I didn't ask. He does for the 5-piece. I don't know if he'll be doing it for this, but it will be up, and it is up on YouTube. Go peep that shit. I had a blast doing that one, and I'm looking forward to it. There's going to be a lot of interesting matchups, man. Just look at the discographies. Match them up. It's going to be a fun one. I'm looking forward to it, like I said. So go peep that shit, man. And let's get into some new music that dropped this week. J Reno is back with the first and only single off his upcoming album, Blood, Guts, and Boom Bap. The song is called Ask Somebody, and this shit is fire. Wicked shit, Boom Bap at its finest right here. Shit is dope, and he fucking kills it. If you pre-order the album, the physical copy, through J Reno, you will get sent the album in advance. The album doesn't drop till next month, but you will get the album right now if you pre-order a hard copy. I have heard the album. I've bumped it a few times. Actually, 1.5 times. And I'll save my thoughts for when the album actually drops, but right off the bat, one listen through, this shit is a banger. It's a banger. Blood, Guts, and Boom Bap. It's exactly what it is. Horrorcore, boom bap. I'm really liking the way this album is sounding. And this single, Ask Somebody, is dope as fuck as well, man. J Reno. I don't know what kind of fire got up under his ass lately, but this dude's been dropping heat. And you got to go peep that new J Reno. Ask Somebody. It's just fire. And we got new Millz. Millz. He dropped his new single, Something's Really Off, on Halloween. And this just fire, man. Some more boom bap shit. You could maybe classify it as wicked shit. Millz doesn't really dive into the wicked shit like that. But this shit is a banger. Millz. He did his thing on Something's Really Off. Go peep that shit. Bukshot. Now, technically not new, but new to digital streaming. He dropped the song My Darkness featuring Demi up on streaming. But if you remember about a year ago, this single was up for sale There was only 13 packages available. It came with an axe. Do you remember that? Like a little fucking hatchet, actually. And yeah, it's up on streaming. It's out now. Only 13 people have heard it up until now, until this, nationwide release up on the digital streams. So go peep that shit from Bukshot, keeping it mob style, Lune Squad. They dropped their album up on digital. Previously, it was only available at Hollow Bleed, but it is up on digital now. Eyes of a Lunatic with a bonus song featuring Boondocks and Mr. Gray. Hard copies are available for that shit as well. I've been hearing good things of that. I haven't heard that album yet, haven't listened to it yet, but I've been hearing good things of it. Lune Squad. It seems like it's a up and coming group. When Lune Squad was first announced, there was speculation it could be, another supergroup being put together by Bukshot, but this seems like it's a couple up and comers that Bukshot is putting on through mob style. So go peep that shit. GrewSum dropped his new Halloween EP with his homie J Dogg. This one's called Chilling Transmissions 2, the second broadcast. Y'all know, if you've been listening to this podcast long enough, how much I fucks with GrewSum. This is only up on Bandcamp right now, on GrewSum's Bandcamp. I will assume eventually it will be up on the digital, the DSPs, Apple Music, Spotify, and all that shit. But you can peep it up on the Bandcamp right now. GrewSum is one of the illest that has ever done the wicked shit. Point blank, period. Dude raps his ass off, got the dopest hooks in the underground. GrewSum, just one of my all-time favorites. And Chilling Transmissions 2, the second broadcast, is up on his Bandcamp right now, so go peep that shit. X-Rated, the newest artist signed to Strange Music, but this dude's been around, been putting out music for a long-ass time, probably fucking 30 years at this point. Psychoactive was 92, so yeah, 30 years. Dude's been putting it down with new music, and he dropped his first, I think this is his first official single off his upcoming album, off Strange Music. It's called No One Is Safe. Go peep that shit from X-Rated if you haven't yet. Ouija Macc and Ricky Hill dropped the first single off Problem Children. It's called Bum. The music video is out now. The song isn't up on streaming last time I checked. I'll check right now, just in case. But it is up on YouTube. The video is fire. Devereaux did the beat. Fucking with the beat. It's not up on Apple Music yet, but doesn't mean it won't be. I mean, the album drops this Friday. Problem Children drops this Friday. So Ouija Macc, Ricky Hill, their new single, Bum. The video is out. Y'all know Ouija Macc puts out top tier videos. It could just be him in a fucking studio apartment somewhere, and that shit'll come out fire. But this video is dope. Peep that shit, and the album's dropping Friday, man. This dude stays busy. This is the third project this year from Ouija Macc. First we had Fallen Angelic, and then we had Stale Wind, and now we got Problem Children with Ricky Hill. I gotta say, Fallen Angelic and Stale Wind stay on rotation. Been staying on rotation throughout the year. I know Stale Wind has only been out for a few months at this point, but Fallen Angelic, that shit dropped in what, April? Something like that? And that shit still gets plays. Come on, La Flama Blanca. Come on, dog. That shit is one of the best Ouija songs. And Fallen Angelic is a fire album. Go peep that shit if you haven't already, man. And go peep that Problem Children that drops on Friday. And we got new Darby O'Trill. Darby O'Trill dropped The Tomb, produced entirely by Devereaux. Dude stays busy. Busy as fuck in the underground. But The Tomb is out right now. He dropped that shit on Halloween. I think hard copies are still available. I know it's very limited. the amount of hard copies that he's pressing up for the tomb. Features on here from Shaggy the Airhead, Strife, Killator, Damian Quinn. Scotty Two Balls of Carnival Spirits is on the intro on here. That was really fucking dope hearing Scotty Balls on the intro for Darby O'Trill's The Tomb. So go peep that shit as well, man. And of course, y'all know, go peep the playlist. Everything I talk about on the show is up on the playlist. As long as it's up on Apple Music, Spotify, and all that shit. The Beneath the Dirt Weekly Bumps playlist, updated every Friday with new music and sometimes some classics. beneathdirt.com to find the playlist, to find the merch if you want some merch, and all that good shit. All the social media links are up there. The email is up there. That's the hub for all things Beneath Dirt. So go peep that shit, man. Go peep all those songs. Oh, shit. Fuck am I talking about? We still got a couple more songs to talk about. Hollow Wicked last weekend. It went the fuck down. 2 Bloody Sunday shows. The Palcast. The Big Money Hustlers, Big Money Rustlers movie showing. And then Hollow Wicked. On the Bloody Sunday show, though, they were giving away a single called A Harrowing Time, the first single off the upcoming Violent J solo album, Bloody Sunday, due out Black Friday. I got to look up the date for that. Is that November 25th? It is. The 25th. And this is the first single. It didn't say who it was produced by, but the first single off a new Violent J solo album. All right. We got to break this down. I see a lot of people saying, what happened to the Walking Home series? What happened to the Walking Home series? I've already covered this on the show. Vinyl production is just so backed up. So if that project is done and recorded, they're probably waiting on vinyl. And then they still got to release it in parts. So it's going to be a while for Walking Home to happen, especially if they're waiting on the vinyl. But ultimately, who gives a fuck? Right? Because, there's still plans for that to happen. I mean, it has to happen. Monday dropped. The rest of the week's got to drop at some point. We're getting a whole new fucking Violent J album. I mean, like, come on, man. What the fuck are we complaining about? I'm the biggest fucking skeptic, complainer. Call me what the fuck you want. But what are we really complaining about? Oh, what about Walking Home? I mean, fuck it. You're getting a whole new album called Bloody Sunday, November 25th. God damn it, son. But yeah, Harrowing Time, given away at the Bloody Sunday show. Call me crazy, but are the samples on this song from the Dead One off Ringmaster? Like, this shit the beat sounds like the Dead One off Ringmaster. Like, straight the fuck up. Like, this is almost like I don't want to say a remake, but a part 2 to the Dead One. Like, I don't know, man. This shit sounds like that song a lot to me. And then not only that, usually on Hollow Wicked, you get a Hollow Wicked single specifically for that Hollow Wicked. But this year, I guess technically it is a Hollow Wicked single, but it's the second single off Violent J's upcoming album. And this one's called Something's in My Room. The cover art is pretty fucking funny for this single. Can't front. Like, if you've seen the cover art, this shit is pretty funny. Violent J's under the bed. He's got the fucking Violent J wrestle buddy on the bed. A picture of Shaggy on the nightstand. This one's produced by Devereaux. Devereaux came out and said that he produced this one. The production on this track is fire. The hook on this song is dope as fuck too. So not only did we get one, but we got 2 Violent J singles off his upcoming album that's going to be dropping November 25th. I see people doubting that the album will come out on November 25th. I don't at this point, call me fucking crazy. Again, I could be the biggest skeptic out there, but if we're dropping 2 singles in a weekend and you're saying the album's coming out in just a few weeks, that shit got to be done. Like, been done, right? So at this point, and I do have every reason to believe that it's not coming out, but I do also have every reason to believe that it ain't gonna come out or will come out. What the fuck am I saying? I think this album will drop on Black Friday. We got 2 singles for it. We never got a single for Wicked Vic. We never got a single for Pug Ugly or Whoa, which we'll get into in a second here. And maybe I'll, there's the argument for why the Bloody Sunday album might not drop on time. But yeah, we got 2 singles, man. They're not up on streaming. You could only get them at the Bloody Sunday show and Hollow Wicked. But Violent J is dropping a new album November 25th. Crazy fucking news. Out of nowhere. No one was expecting this shit. No one. And who the fuck? And it makes sense. It makes sense. They're not touring. They're still in the Yum Yum Bedlam era. And because that they're not touring, they're not doing media or anything like that, Violent J and Shaggy got all the time in the world to be working on new music. So when they announced, when Violent J announced at the Gathering that he was having heart failure, they wouldn't be touring as much, I said this is the perfect opportunity. And I think they even said during that seminar that it's the perfect opportunity to work on more music and put out more music in this fast-paced music world that we're in right now. Like, everybody drops a shitload of music all the time. So Violent J's Bloody Sunday album, November 25th. God damn. Fucking out of left field with that shit. And then speaking of Whoa, where is Whoa? Shaggy said on the last Palcast before Hollow Wicked that it would be dropping on time. I got word from people being at Hollow Wicked that Whoa was not there at Hollow Wicked. So this doesn't help the argument of, yes, Violent J's album will drop on time because Whoa didn't drop on time. But supposedly or allegedly or speculation has it that the merch people that were selling merch for ICP were saying that Whoa will drop in 2 weeks. That's probably what they were told. If, ICP, Jump Steady, whoever said, if you're asked about Whoa, tell them it'll drop in 2 weeks. So that's probably what they were told. I don't know. Shaggy said it was going to be out on time. Merch people are saying it's going to be 2 weeks. Who the fuck knows? If Shaggy don't know when it's dropping, I can't take the word of a merch guy. I'm sorry. I just can't. But Whoa, I thought we were going to go 3 for 3 for the Seeds being released on time. They got Wicked Vic out on time. They got Pug Ugly out on time, which they said they wouldn't get it out on time. They made a whole announcement. Violent J was in the hospital. It wouldn't be out on time. And then 2 weeks before the Gathering, they said, fuck it. It's going to be out on time. We fucking did it. And it was out on time. So 2 out of 3 ain't bad. But where's Whoa? It should be coming soon. Shaggy said it was done. He said it was going to be available. Maybe they're just waiting on the CDs to be shipped out or delivered, whatever fucking have you. I don't even know. But where's Whoa? I don't fucking know. Probably next to Waldo somewhere. Go find that motherfucker. If you can. If you could spot him. So yeah, and not much other news came out of Hollow Wicked or Fright Fest last week that I could think of off the top of my head concerning music or, any new announcements. Shit like that. But yeah. A new Violent J album Woe didn't come out on time, but I still believe the Bloody Sunday album will be out on time. Call me fucking crazy. Call me whatever you want. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. But today, I'm recording this November 5th, 2022. It is 3:48 p.m. As I speak, it has officially been 20 years since ICP's The Wraith Shangri-La has been released. The sixth and final Joker's card of the first deck. At the time, it was the only deck. And people had no idea what was going to happen after the sixth. Was ICP going to fucking just disappear, stop making music, whatever? I mean, we know the story now, but at the time, we had no idea. The sixth was a big deal. A really big deal. I got down during the Malenko era. I saw Jekyll Brothers be released. I was there when Wraith Shangri-La came out. It's been 20 years. I think this album is a classic, without a doubt. I've probably said it on numerous podcasts before. I'll probably say it on numerous podcasts in the future. And I'm here saying it right now, but that shit is a certified classic. Without a doubt, not one song on the Wraith Shangri-La can be skipped. Not one. So happy birthday to the Wraith Shangri-La. I know I do a whole nother segment towards the end of the show celebrating anniversaries, and we will do that. But this album has to get its own spot, its own show. It really does. In my opinion, this is probably the one album from ICP that has aged the best. This album gets better every year. Every time I listen to this album, at least for me, this album gets better. Now, when this album first came out, a lot of people were pissed off because of Thy Unveiling, the very end song where they said the carnival is God and may all juggalos find them. And we all know they weren't sorry that they tricked us. And I remember thinking, like, when that shit happened, I remember hearing that shit for the first time and just getting chills. The arm hair standing up, my neck hair standing up. And people were pissed. Like, you didn't know what the Dark Carnival was, man. You couldn't figure it out with Riddlebox. You couldn't figure it out with Pass Me By and a whole bunch of other songs. Like, come on, man. You knew what the fucking Dark Carnival was the whole time. I still get chills when I listen to Thy Unveiling. That shit's so fire. I love the We're Not Sorry If We Tricked You shit. That shit still cracks me up to this day. And this album, like I said, their best aged album. It just gets better and better. Now, I did say that there's no skippers on this album, but when this album first came out, the one song I didn't like, and I straight up didn't like it when it first came out, was Hell's Forecast. And I know that was straight up a lot of people's favorite right off rip, but for me, that I get it. It was the forecast for Hell's Pit, right? It was to show the other side of the Wraith. Because it was announced before the album when they revealed the look of the sixth Joker's card. It was revealed that it was Shangri-La and Hell's Pit. And then Hell's Forecast is the prelude, I guess, for Hell's Pit. But now, Hell's Forecast, like I said, not one skip song on here, man. I fucking love that song just as much as any of the other songs that I loved right off rip when this album first came out. You got the intro from Jump Steady, breaking it fucking down. That intro is epic as fuck. So epic. You got slow songs on here. You got hardcore songs, murder rap, get you wicked on. You got fucking Cotton Candy and Popsicles. I like that song. Fucking say what you want. I like that song, man. It's a dope track. Sin from Zug Island on the hook on there. Of course, you got Homies. Birthday Bitches, Ain't Your Business, Crossing That Bridge, Raven's Mirror, every fucking song on this album. Entirely produced by Mike P. Mike P had some big shoes to fill going into this one. Like, unfillable shoes, really. They were so fucking big, there was no way that he could fill them. And that motherfucker's feet were so goddamn big, he filled them bitches. Because he absolutely killed the production on here. Because up until this point, ICP pretty much worked exclusively with Mikey Clark, producing all their shit. From Ringmaster forward, it was all Mikey Clark. And then after Bizarre Bizarre, they stopped working with Mikey Clark, brought in Mike P, and he absolutely killed it. The sound on this album, it's so crystal clear. Love the way this album sounds still 20 years later. They dropped it on vinyl. They had a bunch of different CD versions. They had a DVD version, which was like 7.1 surround sound, where they added a whole bunch of different sounds. I own that version of the Wraith, but I've never had surround sound, so I've never listened to it, so I don't know. But the Wraith Shangri-La. Classic shit, man. 17 songs, an hour 4. And that hour 4 goes by so fast. Love this album. Happy birthday to the Wraith Shangri-La. It was an end of an era. Like, this album, to me, ended the first 6. I know there was Hell's Pit after that, but this album ended the first 6. Hell's Pit was kind of like, I'm not even going to say it because it's fucked up. Hell's Pit was like the redheaded stepchild, I'll say that, of the Wraith, right? Wicked shit, all that stuff. I'm not the biggest fan of Hell's Pit, but Shangri-La, come on, son. This shit is fire. When Shaggy performs Birthday Bitches to this day, that shit be hyper than a motherfucker. Straight the fuck up, man. Love this album. I don't know what else to say. Just a classic album. And every time I post an anniversary post up on my social medias, people be saying, yo, I feel old as hell every time you be posting them. And dog, I'm right there with you. I'm walking with my walker. My back fucking hurts. And I be feeling old as shit. 20 years since the Wraith came out? Shit. That's wild as fuck. But yeah, happy birthday to the Wraith Shangri-La. Without a doubt. Classic fucking album, man. Classic album. And yeah. I'm kind of stalling because the next little bit of news is fucking stale. You had the staleness on the Wraith Shangri-La, and this news is fucking stale. I'm sure you've all seen it by now. Lainey Chantel. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing her last name right, but Lainey. She's well known throughout the Juggalo community. At one point or another, was with Violent J. She passed last weekend during Hallowicked weekend from an accidental overdose. This is public knowledge that her family is putting out there. It's not speculation. Her family's putting this info out there. And it's sad as fuck, man. Anytime anybody dies in the Juggalo community, especially accidental overdose, they said she had battled her demons and whatnot. So rest in peace, Lainey. And I Googled her name just to see if I could find any backstory on her. This girl was legit as fuck. Special effects makeup artist. She was on a TV show on the Sci-Fi Network for a competition for doing special effects, working on MTV Video Music Awards, doing effects and whatnot for them. Like, legit, I know she's worked with Ouija Macc before. Has to have had worked with ICP. Like, special effects, makeup, and ICP go hand in hand. And it's just sad as hell. There was a post posted up on the Fagel Lovers website talking about they were doing a meeting. It kind of sounded like a NAAA meeting online. It was being put on by the Juggalos in Recovery. And it went down yesterday. I said I'm recording this Saturday. It happened on Sunday. So it hasn't happened yet for me, but it has happened by the time this podcast has come out. I don't know how it went, but I'm sure it was good in memory of Lainey and all that shit. And just sad news, man. Sad news, thoughts. Go to her family, friends, all that shit. I know Jay was close to her. My thoughts are going out to him. And anybody else that was affected by that shit. Just stale fucking news, man. It always sucks reporting on shit like that. Straight up. But, like they say, if you're down and out, you need help. If you have some kind of addiction that you're battling, reach out to somebody to get the help, because you just don't know what the fuck's going to happen. What's going to fucking you just don't know, man. And rest in peace. I'm fucking sweating. Let's fucking move on. Rest in peace, Lainey. Stale as fuck. Hate reporting on shit like that. And don't look forward to reporting on shit like that ever. But let's keep it going. Twiztid announced leg 2 of the Certified Psychos tour is going down in December. December 2nd through December 20th, the Certified Psychos tour. They said East Coast dates. There is East Coast dates. A little bit of Midwest in there as well. Kentucky, Ohio, Michigan, Maryland, Mass, Pennsylvania, North and South Carolina, Florida, and Georgia. With special guest Cody Manson, of course, is Twiztid, Blaze, ABK. Apparently the first leg was fucking popular enough and so in demand that they had to do a second leg. And like I said, this should have been a nationwide tour from the jump. But maybe they just didn't know. Maybe they didn't know that it would be as fucking popping as it is. Or was. And it is going down. You got VIP packs. Pretty sure it's the same VIP package that was available the first time. And yeah, y'all might see me at a show. I don't know yet. But y'all might see me at a show. You might fucking not. But I'm hyped. I'll say that. I'm hyped for Certified Psychos. 2, go follow the playlist on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. If you need a link, hit me up. I got you on the link. It features the entire set list of the Certified Psychos tour. That shit looked like a banging show. I'm hyped for that shit. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Tickets are for sale already. I already looked up a couple of the shows to see, and tickets are for sale. So go peep that shit. Keeping it Magic Ninja related, Billy Obey took to social media this past weekend and posted a portion of a text exchange with Mikey Clark. Mikey Clark said, "Hey, started importing the sessions in yesterday. Everything seems to be lining up nicely. God damage, in quotations, must be a song title, is amazing. And then he goes on to say, loving the added chorus vocals on From the Heart. So right off rip, we got 2 song titles off the new Zool Mikey Clark album, which seems like it's fucking happening, actually happening. I was here just a couple months ago talking about it's on hold. It ain't happening. Turns out, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But we here, and we just, this is why I don't report. I don't, and I won't do it. I get people hitting me up. I have inside info. I appreciate you hitting me up with the inside info, but it almost seems like every time I've ever fucking reported on inside info, it wasn't true. So, we just got to learn who the good sources are, who aren't. Not saying that it might not, it could have been true at that moment, but the album is happening. We're here. Billy Obey posted this text exchange with Mikey Clark. God damage. That's a hard fucking song title right there. Now, a la Zulu, Mikey Clark, this has potential to be a fucking great album. Great album. But I'm not going into it with crazy expectations. I just can't. I feel like I've been waiting for a new album since The Almighty. Mausoleum had a couple songs on there that were okay. I'm not going to try not to continue beat that fucking dead horse. Necronomicon 2, I like the sound of it. The direction that they were going in, it's just too niche of a, the first Necronomicon was dope because it was an EP. To try to make it a full length, I think it was trying to stretch it out a little bit, but I did like the sound of it. And Church of Zool was fire, but that was an EP. But Mikey Clark, Zool, he said he's importing the sessions. The album might be fucking done. If he's importing the sessions, which means he's probably going to mix the shit, add some additional productions, touch-ups here and there, whatever the fuck Mikey Clark does, who knows what he does behind the scenes to make music as fresh as he fucking can. But this is going to be the first time in a decade that we've heard production, a full-length album production from Mikey Clark. The last album that he fully produced was the Mighty Death Pop for ICP, and that was a decade ago. Again, feel old yet? It's been 10 years since the Mighty Death Pop. And that was earlier this year, son. But a la Zulu, Mikey Clark, new album, coming soon. Coming fucking real soon. And then Bukshot announced the mob style Christmas. It's going down. New Year's Eve. It's called Weirdo's Eve, a mob style Christmas story. VIP info coming soon. But we got live performances from Bukshot, a la Zulu, Stevie Stone, and super famous Funtime guys. At 21st in Germantown in Louisville, Kentucky, the same venue Hollow Bleed was at. So I can almost guarantee this will probably sell out just like Hollow Bleed did. And it's going down December 31st. New Year's Eve. Go party, mob style, weirdo style, Zool style, fun time style, all that good shit, man. But it's going the fuck down. Weirdo's Eve, a mob style Christmas story. And then, what else we got here? Gmo Skee posted this. All right. I like this from Gmo Skee. He posted, now I'm just going to assume nobody that listens to this podcast follows mainstream rap, cares about mainstream rap. I'm sure there's a few that do, but last week, Takeoff, a member of the group Migos, was killed, I believe on Halloween night. And like I said, man, it sucks anytime somebody dies, man. And in rap lately, oh, fuckers, people be dying like crazy, getting killed, overdosing. It's just wild, man. The world that we fucking live in is wild. But Migos member Takeoff died last week. And Gmo Skee posted this up on his social media, up on Facebook, actually. He said, I got to get this off my chest. Takeoff from the Migos passing away is very sad and makes me think. If you don't know, Migos broke up. So I look at it from Offset's perspective. He isn't cool with the other guys from Migos, but now I bet he wish he would have reconciled before his old brother passed away. Forgive your old people before the casket, man. I'm working on that myself. Got a lot of friends I don't rock with anymore, and I don't miss them, but I do think about the possibility of the grave being the only thing that might bring us back together. I don't like that. I'm working up the courage to just let them know that I forgive them and still love them. I hope some of you do the same. R.I.P. Takeoff. And I've been saying shit like that. Beefs. Just in general, in real life, man, it's you don't know when anybody's time is. You don't know when your time is. You just don't fucking know. And you know, I could pinpoint it to shit that goes on in the underground, and I don't even have to say it specifically, but those are real words, man. Forgive. You don't have to forget or even forgive. I don't think you even have to forgive, but you could just fucking say, hey, you exist, I exist, and we could just do our own thing, and it is what it is. Ain't gonna spit no hate out, nothing like that. I just thought that was real shit from Gmo and wanted to talk about it. I did post it up on my social medias last week, and it's just real shit, man. Straight up, some real shit from Gmo. And speaking of Gmo, let's get into the fucking album anniversaries. Gmo Skee's Got Filth 2. The Great Adventures of Gmo celebrated a 10th anniversary last week. I can't believe Gmo been putting out music for fucking 10 years. And I think it was like 5 years ago that he was signed to Magic Ninja. So shit. Again, time flies by, man. And Gmo's Got Filth 2 is a dope project that Gmo put out. And happy birthday to that. Happy birthday to 3-6 Mafia's Chapter 2, World Domination. Go to the Speaky Cloud podcast channel and look up the top 10 3-6 Mafia songs. I joined Mike Sears and Mobilarity 1, and we broke down our top 10 3-6 Mafia songs. Of course, I got some shit from Chapter 2 up on my list. It's my favorite album from 3-6 Mafia, a classic, 25 years. I love this album, man. Hit a motherfucker. Are you ready for us? I ain't your friend. Who got them nines? Gun claps. 3-6 in the morning. Tear the club up. Late night tip. Body parts 2. Into deep. Oh, shit. That album is fire. Classic album. Happy birthday to 3-6 Mafia's Chapter 2, World Domination. Happy 15th anniversary to Esham's Lamb Chops. Esham's Lamb Chops, I think, was originally a digital-only release, and then it got released with the release of the Butcher Shop album that he put out. So happy anniversary to Esham's Lamb Chops album. Happy 25th anniversary to Jedi Mind Tricks. The Psychosocial album, I don't remember the rest of the album name. It's a long-ass name. I'm actually going to look it up right now. It is the Psychosocial, Chemical, Biological, and Electromagnetic Manipulation of Human Consciousness. Happy 25 years to that album. I Who Have Nothing is an all-time top Jedi mind trick song, and it's been 25 years. Happy birthday to that shit. Happy anniversary to Tech Nine's Boiling Point EP. It's been 10 years since Tech Nine put out Boiling Point. This was part of the KOD collection. You're a Liar's on here. Should I Kill Her? And a whole bunch of other tracks on here. Well, 7 songs on here. But Boiling Point was a dope EP from Tech Nine. Happy 10-year anniversary for that shit as well, man. God damn. If you didn't feel old by the Wraith Shangri-La, maybe those album birthdays helped you feel even more old as well. And yeah, we live. Go peep out the verses. ICP's Carnival of Carnage versus OG's Most Tasteless on the Fago Lovers channel. I'm Rome Bone of the Beneath the Dirt podcast. I appreciate everybody that's tuned in. Much fucking love. I love y'all. Thank you. Stay safe. All that good shit. I'm out. Peace.